Hello, everyone. My name is Abby, and I am hard of hearing. I'm deaf myself. I wanted to talk about forgiveness. Today, I went for a walk. You can see how I look. I went for a walk today. I just wanted to talk about how Erica, she started in front of millions of people. How she said she found forgiveness in that person who killed her husband. My heart, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember that feeling that I had to forgive someone who killed my sister. I remember just sitting in court, and I look at that person who killed my sister, and I said that person's name, and I said, I forgive you. I know that because I did you back, but I felt in my heart that I forgive you because I know and now it's hard. The first time I forgave someone was the father of my children, and he asked me to forgive him.
Always watch your
And when I
back.
did,
Back.
I'm telling you, I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I did because he died within a month after I forgave him. And then forgiveness is just something a lot of us struggle with forgiving someone who have hurt us or try to who do you wrong, and I know what it's like for someone. I know what it's like for someone who have hurt you. I know what it's like to hold on when someone is hurting you. And it's like a poison you're holding inside. And within years later, I had to learn 2 years ago how to forgive myself for everything that happened in my life, and that was not easy. It wasn't easy for me to learn to forgive myself. I had to learn to forgive myself for what I did in my life, or what happened with the person that I loved that hurt me, and I remember the Lord had instilled me in my heart, so you need to forgive that person, and you also need to learn to forgive yourself. And I learned to forgive myself, and not only that, I learned to give myself grace, because sometimes we are hard on ourselves, we're hard on others, and we expect ourselves to be better. But then I realized that we all fall short. We all sin. We're sinners. We all fall short of the glory of God. And Jesus says in the Bible, it says that Jesus in Matthew 6:15. I'm sorry, I'm very, very nervous. Okay. Matthew 6:15. He said, if you do not forgive those, Jesus won't forgive you. And when Peter asked, curious, how many times do I need to forgive that person? Jesus said, 70 times 7. And I thought, 70 times 7 equals what? 490. That's a lot. But think about it. How many times that when we find forgiveness in others, we find that we draw ourselves close to the Lord. And remember when Jesus was on the cross with the 2 thieves with him, and the people down there was crucified him. They were talking bad about Jesus, and he said, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they're doing. And then imagine what these people were thinking. Why? and they realized he was the Son of God. Um, and yeah, we need to forgive others. We have no place in not forgiving people. And if you don't forgive others, it's like drinking your own poison. What are you going to do? What are you going to do if you do not forgive them? You're not going to find satisfaction in your heart, because your heart is very, very deceitfulness. It can deceive you. That's why people say follow your heart. No, don't follow your heart. You guard your heart above all else, because the heart can deceive you. And I learned that the heart can deceive you also when I learned to trust God in everything, every situation that happened in our life. I see what happened when we trust Him, and He start like paving the way of what we need, and to find forgiveness within ourselves, and also and we walk with the Lord peacefully, knowing that He had everything under control. The world is so chaotic, so full of hate, and we don't need more of that. We need more of kindness. We need more respectfulness. We need more of understanding. We may not understand what that person been through, even if walk a mile in their shoes, but you don't know what this person been through if you don't know who they are. But what we can do is show them the love of Jesus. That's all. That's all we can do. And even if that person comes and they done you wrong, just forgive them anyway. What kind of harm to do if you do forgive them? The harm will happen if you do not. Jesus said the consequence of why you do not forgive them. He said, He won't forgive you if you do not forgive them. It's just because we're all His creation. Not all His children, but we're all His creation. That's who we are. But who are we not forgive someone? We're no better than the next person who killed that Charlie Kirk, or killed my sister, or killed someone, or done something wrong to offend you, or cheated on you, or whatever that person did you wrong with. Forgive them, and know that God will hold them accountable for what they did to you. And because His word says the vengeance is mine, not ours. We want to pay back or whatever, do the revenge on them, but it doesn't work that way, because when we revenge ourselves, it makes our heart bitter. It makes our heart full of anger and rejected, resentment. I mean, everything in between you just do not want to feel. And that can cause a lot of damage, not only within yourself, with the environment around you as well. This is my first time to student science, so give me grace. And I love talking about Jesus because of everything